Yo, what is going on, you guys? Young Carts here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making Ronny J 808s in FL Studio. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. First things first, you're going to open up FL Studio and then open up Citrus. Within Citrus, make sure you select the default preset so that we get a sound sort of like this. And make sure you turn your pitch all the way down. That's very key because then it will give us this very nice subby sound. The next thing you're going to want to do is turn your attack all the way down. That's going to help us out later to give us that thumpy kick effect as we're making the 808. And you're going to turn this knob right here up by 2 decibels to give the low end a higher volume. Alright, so now when you press your Q key or C5 note on your keyboard, that's what your 808 should sound like right now. Okay, so after you get that, go to operator 1 and make sure you have the volume tab and envelope selected. And then turn this switch on so we can actually play around with the shape of our sound. Alright, so right now you can see we have this squarey rectangular appearance here, and basically this is a sub. So if I were to play my 808 right now, it would never stop making that sound. It would just go on forever. Now if we go ahead and we delete this little tab down here, bring that over here, hold shift, right click on this little circle here, and then if we go ahead and we play our note, notice how the sound fades out quickly. So you can actually adjust that. So you can go ahead and move this over here, and then it will take longer for the sound to fade out. So I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm pretty happy with that. What we're going to do now is we're going to change this number 2 to a 1, and that will basically lower the octave of the sound. Alright, so now we've lowered the octave of the sound. So we got that part done. Now let's go to the pitch. Turn the switch on, and what we're going to do is we're going to move this all the way back, pull this down, move it towards the center of this little column right here, and delete this point. Hold shift, right click on that, so our circle here is in line with the middle, with the bold middle line. And what this will do is it will give our 808 a little kick effect. So it sounds like something from Metro Boomin. Alright, now if I go ahead and I move this over here more, it's going to give it more kick and more thump. Now that's really hard. Now I'm going to probably put it right here. Or you can go ahead and put it here. I mean, it's whatever you want. It's going to be your 808 and how you want it to sound. But I would generally keep it here or here, depending on how much kick power you want. I'm just going to leave it here in the middle of that first column. Once you got that, your 808 is looking really good so far. So now we got to adjust the distortion so we can make it sound more like a Ronny J 808. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess around with these knobs up here. So I'm just going to get a feel for the sound that I want. Alright, so I'm going to move this knob up. And then we're going to move this knob to what we like. So our 808 sounds freaking awesome right now. Now to improve the sound of the 808 and make it sound more like a Ronny J 808, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send this citrus sound to our mixer. Alright, we're going to go into slot 1, we're going to open up MDA Degrade. And I will leave a link to this VST in the description. It is completely free. And what this will do is it will make our 808 sound degraded, as the VST name implies. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this headroom all the way up, turn this post filter all the way up, and make sure this is set to 0, leave that alone, leave this alone, and then we can mess around with the rate depending on what we want our 808 to sound like. So I'm going to go ahead and continue playing my 808. And there we go, MDA degrade does the trick. Now, if you feel like there's too much high-end sound going on, you can always bring in a parametric EQ and EQ some of that sound out. And there we go. So now you've made your Ronny J 808 in Citrus. But how do you export it into a wave sound or an MP3 sound? So to do that, first you're going to need to go into your piano roll and just lay down your 808 and make sure you do it under the C5 note so it keeps its pitch and volume and all the sounds correct. Okay, so you just want it to play C5 all the way up to the 5 here. All right. Close that out. Make sure your Citrus is assigned to, actually, you know what? We need to open up a Edison. So I'm going to open up Edison in the master tab. All right. And we're going to set Edison to on play. Now we're going to go into our pattern 1, go to song, just leave that there, highlight that. And then we are going to go ahead, trying to bring up Edison here. We're going to go ahead and hit the play button. So I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to hit play up here. All right, I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to hit stop here. And there we go. That's our 808 sound. We can just go ahead and remove the blank bits, and there we go. There's our 808 sound. So now you've just made a Ronny J 808. So now we got to go ahead and save this sample. So in order to do that, you need to save sample as, and then you can just export it to your desktop. I'm just going to call it Ronny J 808. Save it to my desktop. And then if I want to add it to my packs or in a sound kit or whatever, I can just simply do so. So let's pretend I have a drum kit. I'm going to make a Young Carts drum kit, okay? Pretend this is our drum kit that we're working on. All right, I'm going to put that new Ronny J 808 sound in right here. And there it is. We just put it in our packs folder under our Young Carts drum kit. So now when we go back in the FL Studio and we want to make some drums, I'm going to go to my Young Carts drum kit, add in my Ronny J 808, and then, oh. And there you go. That's your 808. You can also go ahead and change the pitches as well. So I'm just going to go ahead, go here. So you get the point. And that's how you make a Ronny J 808 in FL Studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my social networks. The links are in the description below. If you're interested in my Mars MIDI kit, that will also be in the description as well. And that is it for me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out.